Hey everybody, this is Bran'sTech from Bran'sTech, and in this video I am exploring the BlackBerry PRIV. But more importantly, I'm looking at the forgotten phone. Okay, so many of you probably know BlackBerry for their various phones in the start of the smartphone era, or should I say the smartphone time, because smartphones have been around since 1971, but these last 10 years have been expansion of smartphones. Unlike the first smartphone, it was not the iPhone, to clear that up first. It was the IBM Simon, which was in production as of 1971. And talking about the BlackBerry, in case you do not remember, a BlackBerry is usually a phone that resembles this nature. It's usually like a small little phone with a built-in keyboard. And that is actually the way the first Android phone looked like, as well as the first HTC Dream, which was the first Android, did also have a real keyboard. Now, talking about the BlackBerry PRIV, it is the first BlackBerry BlackBerry phone with made by BlackBerry Limited, the Canadian company, on their BlackBerry line, running the Android operating system with their own little tweaks, almost resembling stock Android in some sense. Now, you may wonder what exactly is different about the BlackBerry Pro. Well, I believe it does have a touchscreen and is the best phones, one of the best phones BlackBerry has ever made. However, many people do not know of it. This is because BlackBerry's what I call the forgotten company. You see, its company originally had many customers around the time right before the iPhone came out. And then following the iPhone's release, it became even more popular. And then after the first few Android phones, Android became as popular, and Android basically overtook the BlackBerry market. And BlackBerry at the time was one of the best phones out there, but in which it switched places with the iPhone being one of the least, being the second biggest, but also one of the least. And then eventually, Android took BlackBerry's spot, and then Android and iPhone and iOS switched around, and the iPhone is now number one, except for in America. Mostly except for in America. But you may be wondering, so does the BlackBerry PRIV have a chance? Well, let me look at that. Well, as you can see here, the BlackBerry PRIV is available on Verizon on the American market, not just the Canadian one. And it is just known as the PRIV outside a BlackBerry. If you are a BlackBerry person, it's just called the PRIV. But to you all, it's the BlackBerry PRIV, other known as the PRIV by BlackBerry. And the reason for the that both the original Android and the BlackBerry PRIV have a real keyboard is because back when first smartphones, the first set of smartphones were coming out in the 21st century, people did not trust in the on-screen keyboards. So when the original Google phone, the Sooner, was coming out, as well as when Blackberries were out, which Blackberries already had the built-in keyboard. Google was about to release the Sooner, which was shown, which is actually about to be shown on the screen right now. And this is the Sooner. It, and as Google says, it does represent the BlackBerry by a lot. So going back to what happened was the Sooner they re, they rebuilt it and it came out as the first Android ever. As I already showed, the T-Mobile G1, ever known as the HTC Dream. But going back to the BlackBerry PRIV, does it stand a chance? I don't. Now, in my opinion, I believe it does not stand a chance. Although it probably will become one of the most popular Android phones out there, but not the most popular, but one of the best ones out there. However, in this case, it's probably not going to be the most popular, as many of you probably have forgotten about BlackBerry. When you usually think of multi-platforming, you usually think of Android, iOS, Windows, OS 10, WatchOS, tvOS, which are all great operating systems as well. But almost every time the BlackBerry 10 is never mentioned, BlackBerry OS is never mentioned, so BlackBerry wouldn't be mentioned. Although this does not run BlackBerry OS or BlackBerry 10, it runs Android, so it probably will be more popular than regular BlackBerry devices. But it actually looks kind of nice. After I searched it up on the web, Verizon was the only one that had it pop up. I'm not sure this is because that when one of the first Androids came out, or Blackberries came out, that it was usually with Verizon. I am not sure. And looking at the screen, it does look almost curved, resembling the Galaxy S7 Edge. Anyway, thank you for watching, and this has been the BlackBerry PRIV, and have a great day.